Hey guys, I'm here with a 6-0 undefeated Invoked Deck Profile from locals yesterday. The tournament organizers said this is one of the biggest locals they've ever had for Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably in part because of these winners packs. There was like 48 or possibly even 50 people there yesterday. I think like one person dropped out at the end, but yeah, there was like a ridiculous amount of people there for a freaking regular old locals. So it was almost like a little mini regional. And somehow your man's got first place against a lot of really good players. So that felt pretty good, especially since the day started out shitty. But, you know, with personal home life stuff. But it all worked out, because not only did I win, get the OTS pack, or the winner's first place pack rather, but my OTS pack also had an ultimate rare Ash Blossom in it. So, and you're gonna see it in this deck profile. Whoa! Let's fucking get into it. I really need to invest in a tripod. So, let's keep it simple. We got 3 Alistair the Invoker. I like all arts. Don't fuck with me. I got 3 new Alistair. He's just as good, if not better. We got 1 Crowley. Yes, it's a brick, but didn't really draw him too much today. Not as much as I do online, at least. It came in clutch multiple times, because more than anything, the line that goes into him, people know about it now, so they'll try to stop it, and then that opens up your other plays. So that's pretty dope. And then we got 2 Sorcerer of the Swamp. Actually, I didn't open him once in those 6 matches, so that's kind of weird. Usually he comes up at least once. We got 3 Iwas. Alistair Searcher, not much to say there. Awesome card, especially when he's summoned off the spell and it actually resolves. If anything, he's just hand trap fodder, and then you summon the Alistair you already had in hand, because you're good. Vikram. Awesome card. One thing a lot of people don't know is if you normal summon him, you don't get his effects, so that's really shitty. But, I mean, you should almost always have an Alistair on field or grave anyways. Hand traps. We got 3 Fuelos. Of course we do. And then this is a little change up. I was running the 2 Perulia, but now we're running 1. Might go back to 2. Mulch armies are just really good, especially in this deck where they can just be used as fodder. And then here's that OTS Ash Blossom I was talking about. Isn't it pretty? Like it a lot. But probably won't have it for very long, because this and this are going to be tried to be sold as soon as possible. Why? Because rent's due, motherfucker. And cost of living ain't cheap. So yeah, we got the 3 Ash Blossoms. Once again, all alt arts. That's just how I is, okay? I don't give a shit. Then, we got the 2 Droll. I think this card should definitely be mained a lot of the time these days, just to try to stop out those blowout decks, because so many decks just search. Even if they only search like 2-3 times, it's worth it. Then we got the Shifter. Awesome card. Guess what? I didn't see it once today! Which is really weird. I usually see it at least a couple times. Then we got 3 not secret Magical Meltdown. Really wish that I did have the secrets, but now I'm going to try to invest in them since I love this deck so much. This is kind of... Invoked Shadal was kind of like the first deck I had that was expensive and that I invested in. And then COVID happened, and I never got to use it. So, here we are more than 6 years later. And, yeah. Better late than never. Then we got our 4th Magical Meltdown. I sided out almost every game, too, if I'm going second. Then we got our 3 Spirit Sword Iwas. Awesome card. Only used the first effect today. I think only one time in my entire fucking life have I ever used the 3rd effect of this thing to banish a card from their extra. But, yeah, really good card. Every so often I'll side one of these out, or the monster Iwas, but usually it's I try to keep them in as much as possible going second. 3 sword. I think 3 swords is the way to go, especially if you're playing the Sorcerer of the Swamp. But this card's just ridiculous, man. Your opponent thinks they're out of the woods, and then you break this on them, and even if they still think they played around it, guess what, motherfucker? It's got a graveyard effect, too, to get back one of these invocations. Which, once again, I think, I want a secret rare of this as well. But I think that you gotta play both arts, man. Because, like, look at them. They're so cool. This is, like, one of the coolest artworks on any card I've ever seen. I love it. Then, we got 3 Super Polymerization. I think it came up once today against Sky Striker. It was kind of win more. Didn't really need it. I saw a list that took first place at a regional the other day, and they were siding this. I'm going to try siding it, along with maybe the Sea Monster Theseus, because really, these just don't come up that often. I have the Chorozo in the extra deck instead of, like, any other generic target, and, I mean, it comes up for that, but really, this card is just, like, in this deck, it's technically one of the best cards, but it just didn't come up much. I didn't even need it against the Sky Striker player, TBH. And then last 2 cards, Called by the Grave Crossout. This was a last second add-in, because I was just getting tired of getting farmed by Droll and Fuelos. Guess what? It came out like 4 fucking times today. I think this card is mandatory in this deck now, because any time you get Drolled or Fuad, your turn is pretty much over. And this card saved me literally 4 or 5 times today. I stand by this card in this particular deck. I think there's a lot of decks that can't really play this, but any deck that loses to a particular like hand trap, like Mitsurugi should love this card. I just think it's kind of mandatory as long as Droll is around. Love this card. And we run so many hand traps in our own main, we may as well. So that's a 40 card main deck. Extra deck, we got our 4 links. We got Artemis, Endymion, SP, Alistair. They're awesome. Honestly, I think my extra deck is damn near like concrete. Like, I wouldn't change a thing. But it's still, you know, there's more cards coming out, like the new Elemental Hero, and then a new Invoked monster as well, so it's kind of up to interpretation. This card is, in my opinion, I love it, and I have it in here for 2 reasons. First, for the Super Poly, instead of the Mixusia, just because they're very similar. And second of all, this card can protect you. And third of all, it's the easiest way to get to Aeon turn 1, because you can make this guy ridiculously easy, and then you have your 3rd attribute for the Aeon, and then you get to take their extra deck. And then we got the Ragin. We're going to the OG ones. We got Ragin, Caliga, Makaba, Agoides. This card won me my last match. Yeah, I'll go into details over the matchups in a second, but this card got up to like 5,800, and then I used the Bay Baron to reduce his guy to 0, and then I was able to OTK him, which is good because I would have got blown out on the next turn. Good old Cool Tune, am I right? And then last of the classic ones, we got Elysium. He came up once or twice. He is mostly like just a threat, but I would never ever cut him. He's wonderful. And then we get to the new Invokes. We got Sarath, Bay Baron, Oceanus. They're both, all 3 of them are beautiful. I would have won 1 game much quicker if I had just banished this from grave and used its secret attack directly effect, but I forgot about its existence. This deck, it is pretty simple, but it does have a few technical like plays that you gotta just be aware of. Like banishing this from grave to make his monster 0 attack. That won me the game. Beautiful. Oh yeah, secret banish effect. People didn't know about that shit all day neither. So yeah, it can be ghost spelled. And then we got our 2 Aeon. I would love to play the 3rd Aeon. Yeah, see? But you know, space is limited. but I think 2 is absolutely mandatory. Like I said, I'd love to play 3, even though it is a bit overkill. And then side deck, this probably has the biggest room for change. We got 2 Lightning Storm, came up once, and then the Feather Duster. So my plan is to take these out and test out Evenly Matched, just because it's so much better against the Ritual of Light and Darkness deck. But definitely keep it in Duster. I think it should be in every side deck. Never leave the cave without it. And then for our going first cards, whenever I would be going first, it would be these 2, Gamma Summon, Solomon Judgment. So you already know, just side out all the Mulch Armies and probably a Super Poly. Put these 4 in. Yeah, awesome card. Won me round 5. Also won me round 5. Didn't see this once. And yeah, this card's probably cuttable. I'm not gonna lie. I searched it like once or twice, and one of the times I kept it in hand for Makaba, but it's still a good card. It's usually just used to make a Caliga, but I don't know. It's not as good as it could be because it doesn't summon out the Elysium. But it's still a cool card. I'm glad I have it. And then pretty much all just hand traps. We got 2 Ghost Spell, 2 Ghost Ogre, and then the other 2 Perulia. So for going second. And then the last 2 cards were Santa Claus. This one came up once and still lost the game. Wish I could have seen it against the Ritual of Light and Darkness deck. But it still was... I wouldn't take it out. It's kind of necessary, in my opinion, with all these invincible monsters running around. So, yeah, as far as the changes go, I think the only changes I would make was, like I said, I'm going to try to cut out the 2 Storm and probably put these 3 in the... I'm definitely going to try to put another Perulia in the main deck, and I'm going to test out 2 of these in the main deck. And then, like I said, I'm going to put Super Poly in here, and then take these out, put in 3 evenly matched, just to test them out. So that's about it for the changes, really. Maybe even try to side a Theseus, like I said, but that's the deck profile. First round matchup. We'll go through matchups hella quick. First round was against Elemental Hero. That was a hell of a grind game. It went to game 3. Won with like a minute left. Dude was a good player. Round 2, that was against the Ritual of Light and Darkness deck, which was against a really good player who almost always beats my ass. But I got him this time. Just barely. I feel people say this Ritual of Light and Darkness is an easy matchup for this deck. I think they're tripping. This deck has such a hard time against the Rituals, like it's not even funny. But yeah, I pulled it off. Round 3 was against someone who's a really good player. He was playing Sky Striker, because of course he was, because he's a good player. It's fucking technical deck. And I think my win-loss streak against this dude is like 1-20, and then I finally got a second win against him yesterday. So I'm 2-20 against him, only 18 more to get there, right? Round 4, that was the one somewhat debatable round. I was playing against the Ritual Light and Darkness deck again. He was running Azamina. It went to game 3. He Lava Golemed me, and he was about to continue his plays. I still had a lot of interruption because I had Gamma Summon face down, and I still had a lot of monsters on the field. So that game could have went on another 10 minutes, and it probably could have gone either way. But he had to go anyways, so he said that I could have the win. Still wish we could have played it out, but, I mean, that was one hell of a grind game. Round 5. Cool Tune against, once again, a really good player who almost wins every single time. He took second because his only loss was to me. But I thought for sure he was going to win game 3, but I just pulled it off because I used Iwas in hand on my last turn to banish, and then I remembered I had Gamma Summon in grave right at that moment. So I was able to use Gamma Summon to bring back the Makaba and finish him off. That was an insane game. And then round 6, once again, another great player who I usually lose to. It was against Cool Tune. Somehow I think I actually 2-0'd him just because like I just had the nuts. And game 2, even though he tried to search my hand and like I was able to stop it somehow. And then he like looked at the top 2 cards of my deck, and for once they were like, I think it was Meltdown and like Alistair, and he banished the Meltdown and he put Alistair to bottom. I almost never see them do that, but it was funny as shit. And it was a great tournament. Played my ass off. I only made maybe like 2 misplays. I think only one of them cost me a game, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, I love this deck. This is literally one of my favorite decks along with Shaddoll. And I'm just really happy that I was able to pull it off and, you know, place so highly. Because it doesn't happen every day, especially at the biggest locals that they've had in recent memory. Fucking damn near 50 players. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the day. I had a lot of fun. Everyone was really cool. Even though they were playing against a really frustrating deck in Invoked. But hey, man, every deck's unfair. So it's all about how you pilot it. And we get new cards. So I don't even know. I guess Super Poly's gonna have to go to the side to fit the new Chalice card. But yeah, man, if you have any questions, let me know what you're curious about. There's like lots of other cards you can play in this deck, like Azala, Proxy, Almirage, all that nonsense. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Have a good day, guys. Bye!